The Israeli military has escalated its aerial and ground assaults across the Gaza Strip in the last 24 hours, killing over 187 Palestinians. That's according to the Palestinian Health Ministry in Gaza, that says the overall death toll of Palestinians has now surpassed 21,500. This comes as the Israeli ground offensive is particularly focused in the southern town of Khan Younis, as well as the urban refugee camps of the central Gaza Strip. We're seeing very fierce clashes in both areas, Israeli tanks entering the refugee camps as well as pushing deeper into Khan Younis. And these are two places where Palestinian civilians have sought shelter after fleeing the ground invasion in the north. And once again, we're seeing them have to flee. They're evacuated in droves. We're seeing 100,000 Palestinians just in the past few days, according to the UN, cram into the southern border area of Rafah. Although the Israeli military says this is a safe zone, we have seen strikes in the area of Rafah, including one yesterday that killed over 20 Palestinians, according to emergency services, as the strike happened just outside the Kuwaiti hospital in Rafah. So this has fed into this larger sense among Palestinians that there just is nowhere safe to go. That was the sentiment that we heard from Omar Khan. He's a displaced resident that's currently living in Rafah. Let's hear what he had to say.
We escaped from shelling and came to a safe area, but the Israeli army followed us and sent rockets to the safe area. So from the beginning, we should have stayed at home and died there. Why did they ask us to leave? They are liars. Whoever evacuates is better off just staying home.
Further to this point, the United Nations announced today that 308 Palestinians have been killed inside its UN shelters since the beginning of the war. And another incident we saw came as the United Nations said that its convoy, humanitarian convoy, came under attack as it was returning from northern Gaza to the south. The head of the Palestinian Refugee Agency said that there were no casualties, but there was damage caused to one of the vehicles, warning that this was just one of the many reasons why it had become increasingly difficult, if not impossible, for aid to get to where it needs to go in the besieged Gaza Strip. Isabel DeBre with the Associated Press for CGTN in Jerusalem.